Builder's beige. I press my key into the door, push it open, and switch on the light. Take a deep breath. Home. Really, John? Here? Is this the sort of place you call home now? The disdain in your voice is a bit offensive, frankly. I'm not going to have you judge me for this. Not now. You're not qualified to have an opinion anymore. That's what walking off a building gets you. Cope. Yes, this is where I live, Sherlock. This is where I live. I knew you'd hate it. That was part of its appeal. You'd stick your nose up at it. I knew that. You'd blink at me like a lost owl and make that face at me. This is unthinkable to you. You're not one for blending in. I was lucky to find this flat in the first place, you know. And you were certainly no help. It was a miracle the landlord agreed to rent it to me. After all the news, your picture in the papers with me following on your heels, I'm fairly sure he recognized me. He never says anything about you. He's one of the few who doesn't. He doesn't bother me, and that's just what I want. Anonymity. Even just the guise of it. The comfortable lie. I thought it would be temporary. Just, well, you know, a break from it. A change of scenery. It seemed like a good idea. Now I'm not so sure. I'm an anonymous bloke in an anonymous flat now, Sherlock. Just like anyone else would be. Someone who doesn't expect anything special, no dispensations, no invitation under the yellow tape. It also means no prying eyes and sympathy. No one asking me how I am. No one looking in on me all the time and being sad at me, waiting for me to cry or rend my clothes. Some kind of demonstration I don't want to give. No texts at 3 a.m. either, and no black cars picking me up off the street and taking me to questionable locations. No clients, no experiments in the kitchen. It's only silence, peace, solitude. I need that just now. So yes, this is home, Sherlock. For now, at least. This is what it's like when you're gone. You wouldn't understand. What I don't understand is this appalling flat-pack dining set. You posh twat. It is a bit ugly, isn't it? I mean, I wouldn't have chosen it necessarily, but the flat came furnished, and I'm not about to complain about it. It's fine, perfectly serviceable. It seats 4, and I only ever sit here alone. It's more than adequate. Who are you to judge me anyway? I'm sure you've lived in a few tips in your time, back in the day. You must have. I'm sure Lestrade could tell me all about them. You'd love that, wouldn't you? I'd love to see the places you lived before we met, Sherlock. What? Don't tell me. Palaces all, were they? Your brother always made sure of that, right? All stuffed with character. You got high staring up at charming dental moldings and passed out on classic mosaic tile, is that it? Back before me. Did you always live in some sort of Victorian fantasy with a landlady acting as a housekeeper? Never any terrible dives, lonely rooms, featureless bedsits? How lovely for you. How fucking lovely. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it for a second. There's an aura around you that forces everything within a 15-foot radius to grow more character than it's ever thought possible. Including me. Especially me. I never would have imagined. The world never seemed so full of color until you. But you're gone now, Sherlock. You left me. You fell. I'm not living in your fantasy world anymore. The magic has worn off. You walked off a fucking building, and that fantasy evaporated. It could only have taken shape around you. I could only have been that interesting with you. This is how the real world is furnished. Bland, isn't it? Well, that's what you left me with, Sherlock. This is it. This is a place for transients, John. Boring people. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. It's not some kind of dripping sewer, if you don't mind. It's Spartan. Utilitarian. That's what I am, Sherlock. Utilitarian. You know that, don't you? There's nothing wrong with this place. It fits. It's how things have to be. For someone like me. It might be a bit stark, I suppose. Nothing but builder's beige on the walls. Neutral furniture. The sofa is a bit stiff. It's fine. One of these days I'll unpack some things and it won't look quite so bare. Not everything, though. There are some things it's best I don't see again. It's fine for now. It's reassuring this way. It's functional. It doesn't remind me of anything. What did you think would happen? Jumping off a fucking building. Christ. Where did you expect me to end up? It's small, yes. That's true. Characterless. Boring. But it's clean. It's not that bad. I can accept it. I don't have much choice in the matter, do I? You do. I don't. I really, really don't. It's horrible. It isn't. It's what I need just now, all right? A blank slate. It has no ghosts or telltale bullet holes in the wall. No thumbs in the fridge. There's nothing here to remind me of you. It's quiet. It's peaceful. It's hateful. Hateful? You should be in Baker Street, where you belong. I can't. You know I can't. I can't go back there. Not now. Maybe not ever. It's too much. There are 2 chairs there, Sherlock. Or there were when I left. 2 chairs facing each other. There aren't 2 of us anymore. Don't you understand? I can't look back fondly. I can't. Not yet. It's too much. This is cruel. You always did have that streak of cruelty in you. I thought you tried to hide it for me. I thought you did. You left me, Sherlock. And this is what I've got now. You left me. You created this, so stop complaining. It's not you who has to live here. It's not up to you. You fucked off. I'm the one left to keep on. I'm keeping on. So shut up. All right? Jesus, I don't know how you do it. You annoy the hell out of me even after you've gone and died. How do you do that? I'd better put the kettle on.